Hey, Stefano.
Welcome, Martin.
How you doing?
It's great to see you.
Martin, did you call me Martin?
Oh, jeez. It's Saturday, on board at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you for that one.
That's a great one. The first launch of 2022 for CRN, part of the Ferretti Group in Italy, was 62-meter RIO. The yacht is the result of a collaboration with Dutch designer Frank Laupman of Omega Architects, his third, in fact. And in a moment, we're going to take a look around her 1,200 plus gross tons. But first, let's take a closer look at her exterior design. The clean and chiseled lines are hallmarks of Frank Laupman's style, as are the vertical bow and the aluminium arches connecting the main and upper decks.
Talking to the owner, he understood that the front of the boat would be more rugged and closed. The aft end would more open up with floor-to-ceiling glass. So the bow is nearly 1/3 of the boat, which is not extremely long, but for a boat this size is pretty long. He liked that, and he wanted to have a straight bow. So he understood when we would do this arch, his boat would look sleek because this arch more or less integrates the lower deck and main deck. And then, you know, the remaining superstructure is relatively small, so the boat would be elegant, although she's a 1,200 gross tons vessel. So that's the main idea. Aft leaning, sporty, designed in a time that everybody would ask about a forward-leaning kind of explorer, expedition concept. This gentleman wanted to have like a long bonnet.
Crucially, the ownership of RIO changed just before she was ready for delivery, and the original interior concept by Pulina Exclusive Interiors wasn't exactly to the taste of the current owners. At that point, the challenge became how to retain as much as possible of the original materials and fixtures while transforming the colors and finishes to suit a more family-friendly and relaxed lifestyle on board.
The reaction of the owner from the start was incredible. They went on board the first time, they look around and they tell us, this is my boat, it's their first boat. So basically in 6 months, we had the opportunity to replace a lot of things on board, dismounting a lot of things that was already done because the yacht was ready to be launched after 2 weeks before the reselling. Basically, we have received from Madame the first feedback with 3 images. That was a jaguar, a blue butterfly, that is a Brazilian butterfly, I think, and a tucano. And from this, we have started to understand which was the feel that she would like to have on board. A lot of things was repainted, revarnished in place. Other things was dismounted. And then after the delivery, they spent 3 weeks and they decide to stay on board, and they more or less, they turn around Italy for 3 times.
Now that we have some background on RIO, we're going to take a short tour of the yacht in the company of Ferretti Group CCO, Stefano Di Vivo. How are you doing, Stefano?
Aboard.
Where do you want to start? Where should
Well, we're here in the main salon. I think we should start here.
Yeah.
It's, here is where you start seeing the whole concept of this boat. This boat has a lot of different areas where to entertain or where to have different parties of people. We have a lot of kids on board. We have a lot of friends on board. So it's nice, and the owners wanted places where they could stay and talk and do different things without stepping on each other's toes.
Coming in, I just saw these lovely pictures here, splashes of color, and we heard from Gabriele that the interior design was extensively remodeled.
Absolutely. This was Pulina DNA. He was working with the first owner. The owner changed and very close to delivery, and radically different. The new owner is a family, young kids. They love color. The boat is called RIO because they're in love with a movie, with the parrots, and that's why there's
that's where the name
colors
comes from.
everywhere.
Okay,
there you go.
from the movie.
You got the parrots and so on. So you'll see the decoration of this boat changed radically, and a lot of colors in. It's actually a happy boat because of this color. You come in and you get the happy mood, right?
It's a breezy, airy, summery boat, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a boat that you really feel like you want to use at the seaside, where you think you're going to be in your shorts. You're not going to be long trousers with your tie, you know, entertaining.
There you go. No time.
Yeah.
Just missing the shorts.
So main lobby. Here you have a main lobby. Lift going all the way from the bottom deck all the way up to the sun deck. And again, color in every detail. We tried to add color. And here we're on the main deck. Normally this is the owner's cabin, but in this boat, this is the first of two massive VIPs that are on board.
Okay.
Nice dress in. Again, a lot of light.
Walk-in
And
wardrobe.
as you come, this is your VIP with full beam.
So yeah, as you said, this ordinarily would be its prime real estate, main deck forward. This would ordinarily be the master suite. In this case, the current owner chose to have the VIP here, or was that from the start?
Actually, the first owner, they were a group of three owners. They were three friends.
Okay.
So you'll see in this boat, there's actually three cabins that normally could be the master cabin. So I think also that the usage of a yacht like this has changed more into your luxury villa, your luxury hotel that is floating around the Med or the Caribbean.
And I can't help noticing on the way in, you have, I think these are wallpapers.
Yes,
aren't
these
they?
are beautiful wallpapers. Today with wallpaper, you can do some amazing things.
So it's not like the wallpaper I have at home.
No, this. Well, if you have it, you did spend a lot of money. So I want to show you a little detail. Try get some movement in this white bulkheads that we have everywhere around. Pulina DNA had introduced this theme where, if you check, here you have a little curve and it goes up and comes out here. And this is basically like a tree. So you have the bottom of a trunk, and then it comes up. You've got the branches. And then it comes into the other branches on top. And this was also, and you can see it's around there, to try hide this reflected light that the first owner wanted, only reflected light, which on a boat, it's really difficult because ceilings are not very high compared to a house. So to give enough light to the room is super difficult. And so with this curve, he's actually managing to push the light.
So you go from the roots to the trunk to the branches. And
to
I
the top
imagine
branches.
you also have the AC vents up there
Yes,
as well.
all of the AC vents are coming out from here, which was the other problem because he wanted a completely flush ceiling.
Yeah.
And so then it becomes difficult to hide the AC and you don't want to see the AC. So it's all hidden behind the frames and inside the branches.
And this looks like Jerusalem stone, is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's always nice, very tactile finish. Feels like almost like leather under your bare feet.
Again, I think it's a great choice for a boat that you really want to use and feel like you're at the seaside. It's something that you don't, I mean, we see normally some amazing marbles or onyxes in these bathrooms, these heads of these cabins, but I feel this.
They're almost
I go
too
in.
precious to
Yes.
touch. Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's
Right.
go see below decks, I think.
After you.
Lift again,
So,
coming all
lift.
the way down. And we come into the second VIP of this yacht.
Okay, wow, okay. More bright colors.
Wide body, walk through. These are all cupboards. And as you can see from the cabin, you cannot see anything of the toilet, of the things that you wouldn't like. You actually thought it was going to be a cabin in here. Therefore, it's beautiful. You can keep it open. You're seeing both sides. Now we have somebody docked next to us, but if you're out at sea, you would have the same effect you get on the other side, which is beautiful. And look at this. Look how wide it is. And let's not forget, this is the second VIP. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. How many VIPs are there? Just two?
We have two
Yeah,
VIPs
okay.
and a master cabin, and then we have normally 4 cabins down below on top of this, but one has been changed into a peloton room. This was born from the beginning to be the kids' room, or anyway the room where you can have the cabin where you can have also the fold out. Again, playing with the color just to give it a little bit of a mood. You can have your kids sleep here, but you can also have a friend. I don't think they'll feel like they're out of place if you put them here.
Absolutely. Okay, those are the guest cabins. I'm anxious to see the master stateroom.
Let's
Should we do
move
that
up.
next?
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Upper deck.
Okay, so he's getting the bad stick.
Yeah, he's getting the raw end of the deal.
Very nice lift compared to its new generation.
Here he is. Okay.
Here we go.
Cameron's
So
arrived.
upper deck lobby. This can actually be a private deck for the owner. So the first owner had thought about this deck as a completely private deck.
Okay.
And we'll see why. You're coming into the master cabin, and this is the real
deal.
of this yacht. A lot of light, very tall windows.
Walk-in wardrobe and a palatial bathroom with big windows either side. You can see all the way through the yacht.
So you have your bathtub and your huge shower. So you're keeping everything here.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's a really nice way to put it.
But I know that this was a yacht also originally designed for charter, hence the flexible sleeping
Absolutely.
arrangements. But I also heard that the owners liked the boat so much that perhaps they changed their mind and they've just been using the boat themselves the whole summer.
Absolutely. At the beginning, their idea was to use it a bit, and charter was, as we said, the first boat. So it's always difficult to know exactly what you're going to be doing and if you're going to enjoy it. And they came on board. I think the boat did a couple of weeks of charter. Then they came on board again, and then they said, we're not getting off, which is the best thing. You know, when a shipyard hears that, you really think, oh, come on, we've made it. That's hit the sweet spot.
Right, let's move forward into the cabin proper.
So you have an upper deck cabin facing forward. This is something that you normally find at 70, 74 meters, Cloud 9, MIM-T, choppy. And we thought, you know what? With the first owner, why don't we have a master cabin looking forwards? And this is why we did everything we could, also with Frank Laupman of Omega, to design a yacht that looked beautiful and sleek, because this is what the owner wanted, but at the same time had the master cabin up in front. And you know what? With the fact that we've covered the whole deck in the bow, and we've put all of the anchoring system and mooring systems down below, it allows you to have a beautiful private terrace. You can wake up that your crew is moving the yacht from one bay to another. What's better than that? We've recessed a nice jacuzzi, which works very nicely for all kind of owners, because owners with kids like to have the kids playing around. Owners that don't have kids like to lie up here and just, you can freshen up and just enjoy with all of these chaises long, all of these, you can change really the appearance out here with all of these loose furniture pieces. And look at this bow. You're in the bow of a 62 meter.
Monaco behind us, you don't get much better than this. Okay.
So here you come into the upper deck lounge, which is actually can be turned into an owner's lounge.
This is pretty cool. I like this.
In connection. So with the owners, we actually decided, compared to the initial design, to even make these a little bit bigger. So you've created a sort of separation between this sofa area and a little bit more cozy, huge TV, but cozier, not too formal, just have fun. A lot of kids' toys, as you can see, the octopus that fights with a squid.
Kids' toys. And as we said at the very beginning, happy, breezy, family feeling. Nothing pretentious about this interior whatsoever. And outside, full dining, al fresco.
Table that can be expanded or reduced depending on how many people.
Sun deck.
Have a last deck,
Yes.
sun deck.
Another
It's
jacuzzi.
a nice and cozy sun deck. This is what they use when it's just a few of them. This is where we had the biggest impact with a change of owner, because there used to be a small jacuzzi. The new owner said, love everything, but we need to make this a lot bigger.
That
so
sounds
as you
small.
can see,
Yeah.
it's a pretty big one. nice and deep, and nice sunbathing next to it. I guess, you know, when you have kids, it's nice that they can plunge around and
They're gonna get
and
right
have fun.
in. Yeah,
They
yeah,
go
yeah.
in and
Yeah.
out while you have a drink next to them, and it's nice and relaxed, and you have a chat with your friends.
And nice, as you said, it's cozy. It's protected from the wind.
Exactly.
Perhaps from prying eyes. Certainly here, you know, if family could be up here and anyone on the dock wouldn't know it.
Exactly. I think they use this a lot. Nice and clean bridge. Again, trying to think about simple solutions. There you go. Nice and easy.
Come and have a look at this.
Mechanical, cannot break,
Yeah.
but you just press and you can work on it, you can write,
I like
and
that.
it just looks sleek, you know?
Yeah, it does. Clean.
It's Italian.
Gonna help me back this one out. So we're back in the main salon.
And the other really nice feature is that you go straight down to your beach area. Also,
Okay, so you have
from
interior
inside.
access to
Yes.
the beach club.
because this actually was born not as a beach club. This was meant to be the place where the first owner that was crazy about playing music, he was going to have a proper band here. That's why a lot of cabins.
He was gonna have a band. So this was
band.
like a session room.
Yes, this was
Okay.
like he would entertain the friends once in harbor. That's why actually the level of sound insulation of that big hatch and of all of the windows is huge, because he wanted to be able to come in port without going from outside, so from the salon, come down here and be able to play the music with his friends. Steam shower, hammam, you got everything you need down
And
here.
skylights to let
Skylights
even
to
more
bring
natural
down,
light in.
very nice lights. Engine control room, fully
Yep. Mm-hmm.
air conditioned and soundproofed. And then you come down here where you get your engine room, beautiful. Latest technology, SCR systems for gas emissions, NOx.
For NOx
so this
emissions.
is full.
Hey,
Good morning,
hey, how you
and
doing?
clearly
Good morning.
somebody that takes care of it very well. Super clean.
The main engines are
CAT's 3512 C rating, so full displacement yacht rating. Top speed is 17 and a half, if I don't go wrong. Cruising speed is anywhere around 15 and a half and 16. But as all of these yachts, we're going around at 12 and a half, 18 knots.
You can see it's spacious, nicely laid out. Everything's very accessible, and as you said, super clean. You could eat your breakfast off these surfaces.
Absolutely. Tremendous job by the crew.
Thanks again, Stefano.
Thank you, guys.
We're all
Grazie
done.
mille. But that's so crucial.
Next boat, we're gonna do the tour in
In
shorts.
shorts.
Yeah?
Next year in shorts. You're gonna see my hairy legs.